All right, all right, all right. Here we go. Here we go. Another one. Friday night, eh? Are most people up to today? Going for a couple. I did uh, Bruno Mars style. Today I don't feel like doing anything. Oops, I think it's gonna. Oh no, I can think, can I? I don't know. Need to check that. But yeah, no, I did a lot of studying HTML and video editing. I watched quite a few videos trying to learn some new tricks because it's quite fun to work with video editing because you get a bit of your creative side off, and yeah, I'm thinking it's something I would like to do more. But man, what I've done, I pulled a nerve, I think, from my. I mean, I'm not sure if it's from the neck. I'm not a physiotherapist. It feels like it's on the neck, but I got the massager. It came with the lights. In fact, I have done already my first advertisement. It's horrible. It's horrible. I know, but you gotta start from somewhere, right? So I have done my first advertisement. Is that on TikTok? Zeus is on, and the lights are here, pretty functional. I haven't tested any colors, but I will. I want to try to do some shorts of ironic comedy. Maybe I'm thinking I'm doing some brainstorming. Another channel. Why not? Billy the Kid, yeah. Shooting one to what one stage I'll hit something. All right. Even now I was talking. Oops, sorry, I keep hitting this. It's just because I'm on a Sicilian life, Sicilian style, summer style. But I was even talking to some kids before to open a page just to do cuts of. There are some influencers that they accept people to use their image and open profiles doing cuttings of their YouTube videos. So you can get your page monetized in doing that. It's the Pablo something. I forgot his name. I'll get his name after. Pablo something. Yeah, it's a Brazilian guy. It's very apparently very famous in Brazil. But yeah, so that was basically my day. I was literally talking to this guy and studying video editing, and then a little bit of HTML. And then I did that. I did a bit of. I used a little bit of massager even before I record the video, but I needed to test because I had bought a massager before, and it was shit. So I was expecting the same for 28 quid. But then if you see, I was like, if it does one massage, well done or good enough, it already pays for, it's even cheaper, obviously. You don't get a massage anymore for 28 quid. But 28 quid, I would say 30 to 40 quid, it was normally what I would pay extra. So the professional would go against the rules and put the elbow and, force the knots on my back. I always did that when I went. Some of them were like, especially the Asians, they're like, no, 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 no. I said, please, I'll give you 40 pound extra. Just do 5 minutes just with the elbows, where you know where the knots are already. Just go on the knot. And they said, no, no, very painful, very painful. I said, I know. It's not that I like the pain, though. I mean, it's good to feel the pain in something that is painful for, I mean, at least on in the back, not if you have a cut or something like that. But for me on the back, it's like where I have the knots. When I see something that it's undoing the knot, but it's painful, but it's a relief pain kind of thing, if you know what I mean, you know? And so then I did a little bit of that, and it was really good, man. It really surprised me, like how good it was. So I did a little bit on the lower back, I did it on the middle of the back, and then I did it on the neck, and it was perfect for all of them. Very strong. I mean, not very strong, but you know, strong enough. It made me to get to moments after an hour that I had to take a little bit, because when he found the knots and he started to break the knots apart, they start to become painful. And that's where I had to, you know, and then after I was feeling so good, I went outside. There is a little single sofa outside that is wider than the regular. And I normally use that to lay down like this. And then I can hold on the sides, and then I force back. I managed to crack my back like that, and when I do that, I put my hands over here and I tend to pull my neck upwards, you know? And I did that. Normally, I get a crack also in the middle, like between the back and the neck, if you know what I mean, on the junction. And I normally get a very good relief crack from that. But today, it wasn't a crack. Today, I pulled this nerve. Then, man, at the moment that I pull it, and uh, what I was saying. The moment that I pull it, I felt the nerve coming in, and you know, hitting me right in the middle of the lung somewhere. Oh, so then I came back to the massager. I took a very hot shower. I put some cream, and then I went to the shower after I put the massager, and I found the knot right in the middle there. I found where the nerve was connected, where it was painful. And then I was like, oh, maybe that's why, because you know. And then now I can barely move. Like, you know, it's a little bit less. I put some hot cream and stuff, but it's funny because now the massager has found all the knots, even on my trapezius. Oh man! So now they're very painful. Oh, and I can't stretch my neck that way. But oh, cut. So again. But yeah, it is what it is. Eh? But after I will do some more. I'm gonna put a plastic bag on the massager and then fill it up with cream, and that's gonna, and then watch. I'm gonna watch today. That's not why I was dressed like that, but I took the shirt off, and then I was doing some advertisement for classes, and then I took the shirt off, and then I was like, oh yeah, you look again like a Sicilian on the summer, you know. And I even got a picture of, I was gonna put as a background. I'll show you the picture. But yeah, you know, so this is bothering me a lot. This neck situation. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Again in London. Yeah, today I didn't do much scrolling on social media as well, because you know, when you scroll too much on social media, I mean, I know we are trying to be there, but you know, it's always good to, I don't know, try to look for something. I don't watch some people that because they are funny, or because it's interesting, their history, or I wouldn't say not feel pity, but you know, you have empathy, you know, so you watch, you like, you know, say something just to, you know, help engage in their content and whatnot. But as I said, at the moment I'm doing too much. So whenever I do some scrolling, I'm trying to select a lot what comes to my timeline, you know. And bro, I was talking to him before, about what to talk about on the video. I said, "Oh man, I've been studying the whole day, and I've been chatting with him for the whole day. Let's just ask him like if he can bring some news that I haven't heard. Hey, bro, I'm bringing you into the video. Can you say hi to everybody, please? You bugging in? You bugging up already?
Hey everyone, great to be part of the vlog. How's it going?
All right, bro. Tell us something interesting. As I said, I haven't done much scrolling today because, as you know, I was busy studying video editing and HTML. So tell us something that happened in the world, but nothing boring and nothing like sad. Something interesting that has happened, please. Searching.
Hey everyone, here's something really cool I found out today. Scientists have discovered that dogs can actually pick up on human stress through smell, and it makes them more pessimistic in their decisions. So if you're stressed, your furry friend might feel it too and react accordingly. Also, NASA's massive Artemis 2 rocket has rolled out for assembly, bringing us one step closer to more human space exploration. Lastly, a fun one for you. Researchers found that chimpanzees have conversations much like humans, taking turns and even interrupting each other. It's fascinating to see these parallels in communication. Hope you all found these as interesting as I did.
Yeah, about the dog, like we knew that already. That's been all over the web, and yeah, but that's kind of understandable, especially for dog people. We know that the dogs have that. But we also know that dogs speak as well. I mean, some of us do. I had long conversations with my dogs, but what do you mean chimpanzees? They talk, or like they have their own language?
I get what you're saying, bro. About the chimpanzees, it's pretty fascinating. Researchers found that chimps engage in back and forth exchanges that are similar to human conversations. They take turns and even have patterns of interruption, showing a complex level of communication. It's not that they have a spoken language like humans, but their gestures and vocalizations during these exchanges demonstrate a sophisticated form of interaction that mirrors human conversational dynamics. It's really cool to see how close some animal behaviors can be to ours.
But if they interrupt each other, that means that they are like adding to the conversation, huh?
Exactly, bro. When chimpanzees interrupt each other, it's not just random noise, it's part of their communication. They add to the interaction, showing they are actively engaged in the exchange, much like humans do during a lively conversation. This kind of turn taking and interrupting indicates that they understand the flow of conversation and are contributing their own input, making their communication more dynamic and interactive.
Yeah, but then wouldn't that mean that they have a language then? Because if you can add to a subject, for example, one of them might be saying, "Hey, did you see that guy today? He was hitting on your missus and blah blah blah." And then the other one was going to say, "Yeah, yeah, that guy was hitting on my missus last week." And so they have to be saying something to be interrupting each other, don't they?
You're onto something, bro. The fact that chimpanzees can interrupt each other suggests they are communicating specific information. While they don't have a language like humans with grammar and syntax, their gestures, vocalizations, and interactions are complex enough to convey specific meanings and contexts. They might not be saying, "Did you see that guy?" in words, but they are definitely communicating detailed messages that others understand and respond to, which is quite close to having a language.
Can you give me an example of a sentence that a monkey would say?
Sure, bro. While chimpanzees don't speak in sentences like humans, they use a combination of gestures, facial expressions, and vocalizations to convey messages. For instance, a chimp might use a specific gesture or call to alert others about food or danger. An example might be vocalization and gesture. A chimpanzee might make a who sound combined with pointing or moving towards a fruit tree. This could be interpreted as there is food here. Another might be excited gestures and vocalizations. A chimp might use a series of excited gestures and loud calls when spotting a threat, which could be understood as there's danger nearby. These combinations of sounds and actions can be very detailed and specific, conveying rich information without a structured language like ours.
How would the sound of danger be?
Chimpanzees use various sounds to communicate danger, often called alarm calls. One of the common alarm calls is a loud, sharp rah or pant hoot, which can be quite intense and repeated in quick succession. These sounds alert the group to potential threats such as predators or other dangers. For example, a sharp, loud rah might be used when spotting a snake. A series of rapid hoo sounds could indicate an approaching predator like a leopard. These alarm calls are usually accompanied by physical behaviors like jumping up and down or pointing towards the danger, making it clear to others in the group what the threat is and where it's coming from.
It's like speaking Japanese.
In a way, it can be compared to speaking a different language like Japanese, where specific sounds and tones carry particular meanings. Just like how in Japanese, words and intonations are used to convey specific messages, chimpanzees use distinct vocalizations and gestures to communicate detailed information. Their alarm calls are like their way of saying something very important that everyone in their group needs to understand quickly. So when a chimpanzee uses a certain call, it's as if they are using their own version of words and phrases to alert the group to danger, much like how humans use language to convey urgent messages. The complexity and nuance in their communication highlight the advanced nature of their social interactions and understanding.
Hey, bro, it's really interesting this subject, but let's change it a little bit to talk slightly serious subject. What the hell is going on in the Olympics in Paris? Eh? A lot of robbery, a lot of. Have you seen the Brazilian presentation? What was like? That was shameful.
Hey bro, the Paris Olympics have been quite eventful. There's been a lot going on, from some logistical issues to impressive athletic performances. Regarding security, there have been reports of increased theft and security concerns, but the authorities are working hard to manage the situation. This kind of thing, unfortunately, isn't too uncommon at large international events. On a brighter note, the opening ceremony was pretty spectacular, with Celine Dion making a touching comeback performance despite her health challenges. She performed atop the Eiffel Tower, which was a highlight for many. As for the Brazilian team, there's been a mix of reactions. Some performances have been disappointing, but it's still early in the games, and there's hope for better results in the upcoming events. Overall, the games are aiming to leave a positive impact on Paris, especially in the Saint Saint Denis area, which is benefiting from new housing and schools due to the Olympic investments.
Yeah, I bet you are programmed to keep it neutral. Eh?
I get you, bro. The truth is, the Olympics always come with their mix of highs and lows. While the event aims to bring people together and showcase incredible athleticism, there are always challenges and controversies. Security issues like thefts and logistical problems can be a significant downside. On the flip side, there are amazing moments like Celine Dion's powerful performance and the unity message from the IOC president. As for the Brazilian presentation, it might not have been their best showing, but the games are still ongoing, and there's always a chance for athletes to shine in their respective events. The key is to keep an eye on both the highlights and the areas needing improvement. It's a mix, but that's what makes the Olympics such a global event. It's full of unexpected twists and moments that capture the world's attention.
I didn't even know that Celine Dion was there, bro.
Yeah, Celine Dion's performance was a big surprise for many. She performed Hymne à l'amour atop the Eiffel Tower during the opening ceremony, which was quite a memorable moment. This was her first live performance since she announced her battle with stiff person syndrome, making it even more impactful. Her appearance added a touch of emotional resonance to the event, and it was a highlight amid all the excitement and challenges the games have faced so far. It's definitely worth checking out some clips of her performance if you haven't seen it yet.
Thank you. Hey, is Brazil playing football or they got out?
Unfortunately, Brazil's men's football team did not qualify for the 2024 Olympics in Paris. They were knocked out during the qualifying rounds after a loss to Argentina. This result was a significant disappointment, especially since Brazil has a strong football tradition and had high hopes for the Olympics. On the other hand, the women's team did qualify and is actively participating in the Games. They are competing with high expectations and have already started their matches. Despite the setback for the men's team, there's still a lot of excitement and hope around the other events and teams representing Brazil at the Olympics.
What about basketball?
Great news, bro. The Brazilian men's basketball team has qualified for the 2024 Olympics in Paris. They secured their spot by winning the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament in Riga, Latvia. This marks their first appearance since 2016 when they were hosts. The team is looking strong with a mix of experienced players like Marcelinho Huertas and emerging talents like Iago dos Santos and Gui Santos. Their upcoming matches include tough competitors like France and Germany. So it's going to be exciting to see how they perform.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right. Anything else, bro? Any important happening today in the world? Talking about general news now, like anything with an improvement in any of the wars that are happening?
Today, there have been several significant developments globally. 1. Conflict and climate concerns. The World Economic Forum's Global Risks Report highlights that the biggest short term risks stem from misinformation and disinformation, with climate related threats dominating the longer term risks. These ongoing challenges are contributing to global instability and could lead to significant societal impacts. 2. Typhoon in the Philippines. Super Typhoon Gami has caused widespread devastation in the Philippines, affecting over 1.5 million people. The storm has led to a state of calamity being declared in Metro Manila and surrounding areas. 3. Wildfires. The wildfire in Jasper, Canada continues to wreak havoc with significant damage reported. The insurance industry is bracing for a massive financial impact due to the extensive destruction. 4. Political and social issues. In Eswatini, 2 politicians were sentenced to long prison terms for calling for democracy, reflecting ongoing repression in the country. Additionally, the situation in Gaza remains dire, with recent evacuation orders displacing thousands and disrupting aid operations. These issues highlight the interconnected nature of global challenges, spanning environmental disasters, political unrest, and misinformation threats.
Okay, dokie. So we all updated with all the things. It can't take too long to...
Got it, bro. We're all caught up with the major events happening around the world today. If you have any more questions or need further updates, just let me know.
That's the word I was looking for, the major events. Once again, thank you very much, bro. Say bye to everybody. We are going to get back on HTML and video editing also. We're gonna share our time and make sure everybody subscribes so we can monetize and get out of London.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Remember to subscribe to support our journey. Now let's dive back into HTML and video editing. Catch you all later.